Hello, everyone. So now that everybody can see the stream, apparently, welcome one and all. I gotta say, there was at first for me a bit of a worry that I wouldn't make it to today's stream, at least not on time in my usual punctual fashion. Today was a pretty busy day for me. Yep, I had several meetings, and then shortly before this stream, I went and got a quick snack, and then had to make sure I prepared the stream and everything. And normally I have a lot of time before streams. I like to leave myself a lot of time to prepare. But for today's, it was a little bit more of a scramble. So much so that I worried oh no, what if I'm a little bit late? Will my viewers be stunned? Will their confidence in me be shattered? Will they be thinking what is this, a Karis Euphonor stream? But have no fear, I found a way to get here on time. Not that it mattered, I suppose, because of the YouTube issues. Though hopefully they're resolved for everyone now. At least they seem to be resolved, as far as I can tell. Looks like in the end, YouTube has come through. So yes, welcome Terraditto and Tia, good to see you. Oh, and Violet, hello. I think you are a new face here, so welcome Violet, good to see you. Always good to see new faces here in my chat. That's what Kara's catching strays. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist that one. I was hoping I wasn't late. Yeah, no need to worry about that. Yeah, this normally my starting soon screen, I only leave it on for 2 minutes or so, but today's was kind of longer just to make sure, because apparently YouTube has been having a lot of strange issues today. So for today, let's see. I know it's been a little while since I last played this game. I probably should play this game more often so that the story is easier to keep in mind. But as far as I can remember, the goal of the game, at least as it sort of seems to be presenting itself to us so far, it could change at any moment, but so far the goal seems to be to help this sort of ethereal, mysterious being who keeps appearing at the end of all of our playthroughs, and to help her in particular by incorporating more of the voices that we encounter. We encounter the various voices in our playthroughs, the voice of the cold, the voice of the contrarian, and so on. And it also seems to be maybe also helping her sort of take in and incorporate the essence of the various princesses that we encounter, the various versions of the princess across the different world lines, across the different parallel universes. And in doing all of this, we help her discover more of who she is. We help her come to that self-actualization or self-realization. And I think that's just such a cool plot for a game, such a cool narrative element. So I'm curious to see where it goes further. And oh yeah, maybe in the process we can avert tragedy and avoid the world ending. To me, that's a secondary element. I'm mostly interested in this character and helping her kind of discover her true nature. But yeah, we can also apparently save the world along the way. And also, of course, helping the narrator develop his character. That was one thing I was not expecting in the last playthrough, is seeing just to what extent the narrator is developing as a character. Very dynamic in his character, so I think that's quite cool as well. See, oh, Vermilia, welcome. New Slay the Princess playthroughs are a siren song that I cannot resist. When I saw your other content, I knew I'd want to be here live if possible. Well, thank you, Vermilia. It's good to have you here. Yeah, this has been a game that I really didn't know what to expect when I first started playing it. But I'm really glad that I started playing, because now I'm super curious. So, without further ado, let us go to everyone's favorite place, the main menu. So yes, there you can see main menu. In fact, why don't I make myself a little bit smaller? There we go. Because y'all want to have a good view of the princess, I'm sure. You don't want me blocking the way. Now we have that. I think if I just click continue, that should take me to, I don't think I have to go to load game or anything like that. Now last time, when we left off, we were at the start of a new playthrough, a new sort of, so what would the best word for it be? like a new parallel universe, a new playthrough. And the time before that, the princess like turned into an MMA fighter and was like beating us up. And so that was the princess with kind of the brave, bold heart. So looking forward to this one. If I had to predict, we are going to encounter at some point a princess who is maybe very studious, who reads a lot of books, and maybe that will be a key part of her personality. Because I don't think the game has explored that angle yet. But really, we'll just have to see. So here we go. Continue.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
is a princess.
This
is sounding kind of familiar. Now, Taraditto, I know that was your favorite line from last time. I got called in to work overtime today, so I won't be as present as I would like to be. Oh, actually, I just noticed my chats kind of might block some of the text a bit later. I'll have to pay attention to that. If my chat starts blocking the text, then let me know, y'all, and I can move the chat or make it smaller. I got called in to work overtime today, so I won't be as present as I would like, but I'm happy to be here regardless. We're happy to have you here as well. Watched all your other lives, so I could be ready for this one. Wow. I'll take that as quite a compliment. Thank you, Violet. Yeah, some of them were a little bit scuffed, more scuffed than others, but it's been a fun journey so far. Bookworm Princess, Axe's ideal GF. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I would totally date a bookworm princess.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
And last time, if I remember, they said I could use tab to skip the dialogue that's already been voiced. So maybe I'll use that and transfer to the new dialogue. Let's see. If I press tab. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Okay, and then we have all of our standard options for responding to him, including the very depressed ones like, have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Yeah, some of these I quite like, but I think I am just going to silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay, so yeah, there I skipped some dialogue. Proceed into the cabin? Yeah, I mean, nothing else to do out here. No strange wall this time. Just the cabin on a hill. Maybe it'll be in some ways like previous playthroughs where that was a feature. So yeah, let's head inside.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
So pretty expected so far.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden.
So with the pristine blade. Now, help me remember, chat, all of the previous times I've played this game, I have taken the blade with me. And sometimes the princess has sort of told me to drop it, and sometimes I have, and sometimes I haven't. I think this time I might go for a different route. I think I'm going to do the pacifist route and just not even come with a blade. Just present a very much, I come in peace type gesture. And yeah, just make it clear to her I'm on a peaceful mission. Maybe if I do that, she won't kill me. We'll see. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I see. So we haven't heard from the princess yet. We haven't heard her voice. By the way, before I go further, I'm just looking, because now that this is a bigger block of text, I'm going to see, is the chat in the way? Okay, it kind of is. So maybe if I move it up a little bit, maybe that will... Okay, yeah, this might be a little bit better. Because I want to make sure everyone can still read the chat. So if the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. I'm going to skip ahead again in the dialogue.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Okay, y'all, I think this is going to be the nice princess. Because she's not threatening me outright.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Dangerous, yes. But is it as dangerous as fighting her? Only time will tell. So, yeah, here, this is where the game gets, I think, at its most awkward. The hi, just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Or just continue down the stairs. The stoic, very silent way. I think I'm just going to go with just checking in on you, because at this point, that really is what I'm doing. Like, I've been told that I have to kill her, but I don't know if I'm going to have to kill this princess. Maybe I'll just, maybe we could just hang out. And all have eventually a happy ending together, whether that's in a relationship or just having saved the world. Yeah, just checking in on you. It was strange, not getting any voiceover for that one. Yeah, I don't know if you all can hear her voice, but for me at least, there's no voice of her coming. It's just the text on the screen. So it says, you are. It's been so long. It's beginning to think they've forgotten about me. I guess maybe it's meant to express like how quiet her voice has become. You walk down the stairs
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
Yeah, this looks like the nice version of the princess.
Binding her to the far wall of the basement.
No voice? Okay. Might just be a glitch in the game then.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I think I know what the narrator's gonna say here. It's all part of the manipulation.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Yeah. Oh, that's a possibility, Terraditto. Yeah, maybe I double tapped and it skipped. So, okay, let's see. Which should I go? Should I go hold on, let's talk a bit first? Or I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains. Chat, since I have sort of committed to the, very nice playthrough on this one, I think I'm just going to max it out. I'm going to go kindness maxing here. Let's see, I will see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You're making a huge mistake.
By the way, my name's Axaeon, What's yours?
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Oh, also, I don't know if you all noticed that back there, but we have the voice of the hero with us this time, whom I know we've seen in some of our previous playthroughs. Seems like he and the narrator are kind of ones that stick with us, across the playthroughs.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Okay, well, yeah, that could be a problem.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin. Okay, yeah, that does seem like a reasonable point.
Yeah, might have to go find a rock or something and break them. I really don't know what's he gonna do to break the chains. Because again, I've never taken this direction in a playthrough before. Yeah, and if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. So let's see, if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? Which of these should I go with? I kind of do want to see if she has any other ideas. Because Yeah, she's had a lot of time to think about this, so she might have some ideas that maybe my character hasn't thought of.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Okay, breaking the chains, yeah.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Cut you out of them how? Like cut off your hand? I mean, if it really comes to that, I suppose that would be kind of the sort of nuclear option. Hopefully I won't have to get that extreme.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
True. Try to sacrifice the voice of the hero next time, yeah. Yeah, it's been kind of interesting that the game doesn't really seem to give you much of a choice, or at least not like a very direct choice about which one to sacrifice. But if there was an option, I would... Maybe the voice of the hero is the last one. Yeah, the voice of the hero has been with you for all your run so far. Okay, yeah, that's good to know. The hero is so in love with the damsel in distress princess. He is. I mean, can you blame him, though? It's like, if you're a hero and you see like a princess chained up, this is kind of like, you know, that's like basically bait for like any any voice of a hero. I don't like the princess. Well, you might end up being justified in feeling that way, Violet. We'll see. We'll see how this one turns out, if she secretly tries to kill us or not.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
So who locked us in here? So far the game hasn't seen any other characters. So somebody locked us in. 127 hours tactics, oh no. Hope it doesn't take me that long. Maybe it will, though.
Is someone else here?
Explore. Hey, let me out of here. Try the door. Return to the bottom of the stairs. Yeah, if I call out to them, maybe I'll at least get a response and find out more about who they might be. I'm gonna say, hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Well, a lot of good that did. Oh well, it was worth a try.
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Yeah, narrator's being quite insistent. Like, if he has special powers, it could have been him, maybe. Maybe if I try the door, yeah. I mean, hey, might as well give it a try.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Only one option now. Okay, return to the bottom of the stairs. Princess isn't going to be happy to hear this, but we'll work through it together. I'm feeling confident about this one.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
They did, but who's they? I hope she explains that to me.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, two heads better than one.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Oh, wow. Okay, I did not expect that. That's, wow, this is, yeah, no, I don't know if I have any comments I can offer on this one. Okay, I was initially not sure, but now I know there was, yeah, something weird about this princess. She is just chewing through her arm like it's nothing. Oh no, what am I gonna do?
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Yeah, I mean, given how metal she is about just tearing into her own arm, I'm not sure if I want to raise a blade against her. I think my best option at this point is just to try to be allies. Ooh, only two options here. Save the princess or slay the princess. Let's go with save.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
There is nothing that can make me go through with this chat except my grim determination. So, iron will.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
And her face looks like she doesn't mind at all. Yeah, maybe she really has gone crazy.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
Creepy.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Yeah, maybe she's just impervious to pain. Maybe that's one of her special abilities in this playthrough.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Either that or she's been down there so long that she just genuinely doesn't care. I love this scene from how unsettling she is while still being innocent, like a hamster about to do something terrible. You know, at first I was going to ask why a hamster, but somehow it like fits perfectly. So yeah, that is a perfect image, I think, to think of in connection to the scene. All right, yeah, let's approach the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Well, one thing I will say for her so far is that while she does seem very nonchalant about her own pain, she hasn't expressed anything malicious. So, like, I'm willing to give her a chance, you know?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Is he controlling me now? Against my will? He's making me do things?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Oh man, I hope it doesn't take away my choice here, because I hope it lets us explore the impact of like the player's own choices and doesn't kind of force us to kill her. So looks like it's not going to give me much choice here. Slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess. Warn her. We do have a choice, chat. One of these options. Warn her. I'm going to pick that one. Though I might regret it in just a second. The stakes feel super high. But for this one, I'm going to follow the voice of the hero in my own inner conscience and say, Princess, get out of the way. I'm not controlling my body, but this knife is coming at you.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Also, just like the last time, my guy's arm appears like the arm of a goblin or something. I'd forgotten about that part, but I hope they explained that.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
No.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Yeah, so the princess is good at dodging my blade. Maybe she'll find a way to, like, overcome me, or I'll find a way to resist the narrator's compulsion. Narrator doing the right thing, skinwalking you. He's the real hero. He could be. I haven't given up on that possibility, even though I am committed to being as pacifist as I can in this run. I think it's really fun how it presents as though you have no choice and hides the option to warn her. It does a good job of making it feel like it takes effort to not just attack. Yeah, agreed 100% on that one, Vermilia. It is very creative the way it presents that. It's the first cycle, so it means you're a goblin by default. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I guess, I mean, that does seem fair. It's just... I kind of expected him to be human. Oh, does that make me speciesist? I hope not. I accept goblins just as much as any other species. Oh, now we get another... Okay, resist. There was one choice that gives us... Okay, just like last time. Gives us a resist choice.
The blade. Move the blade.
No, I'm not going to do what you tell me, Mr. Narrator.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
That's right, it's not me. It's the narrator doing this. I did not want to stab you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Oh, no, she's going to kill us, isn't she?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh, yep. Here comes the second stab. Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, did she not mean to do that?
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
So at this point, I guess the question is she just doing this to save herself? Like, because we tried to kill her? Because if so, then that would mean, like, if only the narrator hadn't made us try to kill her, maybe we could have gotten out of this, you know, both of us together. Like, maybe in a deeper way, it's sort of the narrator's fault that this is all happening.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Yeah, and she wouldn't be saying she was sorry unless she actually was, like, a compassionate person.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Very visceral writing in this part.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Well, strictly speaking, this isn't really correct. I didn't make the choice to sort of lunge at her with the knife. That was the narrator. So when he says, like, the two of you made your choice, it's over, I just want to say, come on, man. No, I am calling shenanigans on that.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel. That was a pacifist playthrough first chapter.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh, there's your line, Terry.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
My funny headcanon is that she did got you the first time, but the narrator just keep you on scene for a bit more, just because he's pissed. It would be like the narrator to do that.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's see, in this, that's right, now my responses are bringing up the deja vu. Proceed to the cabin. So I tried leaving a while back, and I've tried I've tried the not doing anything to the princess, just trying to free her. Let's see. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. I think I'll call him out on what he's done.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Oh, I recall this dialogue. Yeah, this is...
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Okay, so this, chat, is where the new voice comes in. This time, we have the voice of the smitten. And no prizes for guessing who he's going to be smitten with. I have a feeling it's going to be the princess. I mean, he could be smitten with me, with my character, with the player character, which would be kind of interesting twist. But somehow, I have a feeling he's going to fall for the princess.
Our beloved?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Yeah, that's, just like I thought. He loves the princess. So this is going to make it a little bit hard to slay her, if that's what we choose. When he says the four of us, let's see who could that be. So, the princess, him, my player's character. Oh, and the voice of the hero. I see. Yeah, he's counting the voice of the hero as one of them.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Got that simp vibe to him.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I gotta respect the romanticism, though. You know, somebody who really is genuinely romantic in that way. It is hard not to respect that. Yeah, I mean, I could ask him, like, why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? But I think I'm just going to proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Well, last time she didn't seem that prone to lying. I think last time she seemed like a good person. We might get the evil version of her in this one.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Yep, yeah, spoken like a true classic hopeless romantic.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Yeah, one thing that I like about the voice of the smitten so far is that I think there are a lot of people who have these feelings of, being really drawn to this very romantic picture, but I don't think they would necessarily have the courage to express it in the way that he does. I think that with feelings like this, it can be really hard to be open about them. But the voice of the smitten doesn't seem to care about that. He doesn't seem to care what other people think. And I like that. Maybe if we end up sacrificing him, then when the princess/alien being at the end incorporates his voice, maybe that will make her kind of a bit romantic in her own way, like that.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Okay, I think after I just said how it's so cool that he's so open about this, the voice of the hero kind of rains on my parade. I gotta say, voice of the hero, I think we disagree about this. I think it's cool when people can be open about this kind of thing.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
So here we have, yeah, kind of the medieval castle aesthetic. We definitely haven't seen that door before, I'm pretty sure. But we have seen the mirror.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So I could take the blade, enter the basement, approach the mirror. Now we know from past playthroughs the narrator never recognizes the mirror on the wall, but I do want to approach it. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing it again.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
So wipe the mirror clean. Oh, and now it's going to disappear, isn't it? Yep.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Well, no need to be mean about it, narrator.
But there
But
was
yeah,
a
it's
mirror
weird
a
how the
second
mirror
ago.
always disappears there. I think that's because that it's like the portal to the mysterious being.
And now
at
it's
the end of the
gone.
game.
Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Yeah, take the blade. Should I take the blade this time? I know I didn't take it last time. Yeah, I probably should take the blade, just to keep all my options open. What if the narrator rejects the mirror because it's how you restore the princess, and he doesn't want that? Ooh, yeah, that's quite intriguing. It's a possibility I hadn't thought of, that. But yeah, maybe he, like, knows on some level that restoring the princess will be sort of the end of his existence, and he doesn't want that. It looks like a bit of disagreement here in the chat. Violet saying, take the blade, Tia Fair saying, don't take it, take the blade. Yeah, I hope this doesn't get too heated. Let's see. Take the blade, enter the basement. Take. I mean, I initially was thinking take the blade, and I think ultimately I will, but with the awareness that I will probably end up regretting it. Though, as you say, Vermilia, there are no wrong choices.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very, very optimistic framing of it, voice of this man. I appreciate your optimism.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us. Again, there's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
And also, if we didn't take it, like last time we didn't take it, but the blade ended up down there anyway. So it might not matter much whether we take it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Yeah, this is new, the torches on the walls. Except sometimes when your choice takes you away from my personal favorite path, those are wrong, clearly. Okay. Well, I'll try to avoid those choices, Vermilia, to the extent that I don't avoid them. My apologies. He sounds like you, Axe. Oh, well, thanks. I guess I'll take that as a compliment then. The narrator, low-key, sounds sassy.
But
He
it's
does.
still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Here we get to see what the princess is going to be like, chat.
Hello? Is someone there?
Same as last time.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Wait a minute, the voice of the smitten is saying, he's referring to last time. So was he there all this time, even if he wasn't talking? Maybe all the voices somehow are present across all our playthroughs. At least if one was going to sort of defend that view, I think this is the clearest clue so far to that kind of possibility.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Okay, I'll try to keep that in mind, but still, I'm open to hearing what she has to say.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
I think the dress looks like it's maybe different in this one too. I don't remember the dress being that frilly in the last one.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Yeah, voice of the smitten. Got kind of a Don Quixote vibe to him. I love it. I mean, their voices in your head. I assume they have your memories. Okay, yeah, that could be the explanation.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
That's right. Keep believing in the capacity of your spirit to communicate. Voice of the smitten. You are romantic not just in the sense of romantic love, but also a romantic imagination.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Oh, so like she knows me already.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Indeed she did.
She called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Hey, if a princess called me dashing and seemed like glad to see me, you know, like that would do it for me. I mean, come on. Like that's not the kind of thing that happens every day.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Okay, so the narrator believes us now, at least.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Okay, maybe so. But like, look at her face, though. She looks so happy and innocent. I don't know if I can kill this one. I'm intrigued with this contrast. Hero was interested in the princess, but now with Smitten and the new princess, he faces like a parody of himself, even the archetype. I see. Oh, he's embarrassed. He's embarrassed by the voice of the Smitten. That's a good point, Pteroditto. I had not considered that possibility. But yeah, anytime you encounter someone who's like a more extreme version of yourself, to the point of parody, I can see how it would get kind of embarrassing. Oh, and welcome TP Ninja, too. Yeah, in the last playthrough I did, you didn't miss a great deal, but I tried to go the pacifist route, and the narrator forced us to attack the princess, at which point she turned the knife against us and killed us with it. But things seem to be taking a more positive turn in this playthrough. The princess actually seems to be nice to us. Although it could be that she's
damned a whole world.
She's planning to
But everything
kill us.
reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you.
Oh.
This is horrible.
Okay, that changes things. Because initially I had been assuming that, yeah, every time the world just resets. But now, at least according to the narrator, every time we end things on a bad note, there's an entire world that suffers and is destroyed. And it's a world that's just as real as the present one. So yeah, that definitely complicates things. So, you killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I think I'll ask her this. Maybe she'll be able to give an explanation. I mean, it was self-defense, I guess you could say, but curious to hear what she says.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
No surprises, the voice of the smitten sides with the princess. I mean, to be fair, like, we were trying to kill her with the knife, and so I can see why she did what she did.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Do I have to cut you out again? Really didn't care for that last time. What happened? Ooh, this is a good one. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay, that's really descriptive there, princess. See, Hero and Smitten were validated. Yeah, they were. Maybe she's a wolf in sheep clothing. She could be. I said the same thing as essentially, but YouTube censored my comment. Oh, sorry to hear that. That's always annoying when that happens. I'll ask her, yeah, if I have to cut her out again.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Okay, so this one, even despite her appearance, like her conventional princess appearance, she seems like she's no stranger to ignoring pain, or she doesn't have any qualms about cutting off her own limbs.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Okay. Maybe so, though those chains might be a little tight, though. We could give it a try, I guess. Anybody have some butter? Sorry, bad joke, but for some reason that just occurred to me. If we did have butter, though, I would use some.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Might be worth a try.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Yeah, I mean, at this time, I think we should just, like, give all ideas a try, you know? Start it slow. No ideas off the table.
You're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world? Yeah, she does kind of... She could stand to say more about this. Let's see if she has an answer. Though I have a feeling she might give us another vague answer. But it's worth a try.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No. Though I appreciate the consideration of what would make me happy, but... No, I'm not particularly a fan of worlds ending.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Yeah, somehow I had a feeling you might say something like that, voice of the spin.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
So, okay, we can tell her now if we don't want the world to end. Look at this one. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. I think the voice of the cold would like that one. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with no. I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Oh. But you only responded that way after I told you that's what would make me happy? Kind of suspicious. I don't know if I can trust this princess chat. She seems maybe like she's a little overly concerned about saying whatever I want to hear.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Not so sure.
Okay, so you missed the chance to tell her about the narrator. Aha, no, I did not, because now it has appeared again. Though you're right that if I didn't get lucky in this moment, then with the dialogue appearing, then yeah, I would have missed it. And that would have been bad, because I do want to see what she says about this. So let's see, I'm sorry about what happened with the with the narrator last time. The narrator sent me here to kill you, took over my body. It was extremely unfair, that it was. Indeed it was. Let's see, is she going to recognize the unfairness?
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Narrator, you'll justify anything that you do.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Oh, thanks. I often say the same thing to people. It's good to hear it, from someone else coming to me. Maybe this just shows that I'm a sucker for encouragement and I'm easily manipulated. But it's hard. Like, when you look at that face and that encouragement, it's, yeah, like you say, TP Ninja, look at her. You can forgive her. Maybe I can. Violet says, I think she's playing tricks, so you can trust her and free her. Yeah, she might be playing tricks. Telling me what I want to hear.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of tranquility, I think, that she seems to have. She's kind of been embracing the sort of stoic ideal here, not getting upset.
That's because she's
about anything.
perfect.
Okay, yeah, voice of the smitten thinks she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Careful, might sound a little conceited there. This path is so funny. Smitten is such a strong character and the princess great at follow-up. Everyone else is basically witness to a cheesy romance play. Yeah, it is kind of like a cheesy romance play, but like with a weird, like supernatural, like horror twist to it. Kind of tough to like pick a genre for this game, sort of genre defying.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Yeah, we should ask the princess sometime if she has, like, voices, because we know she incorporates voices at the end, but I don't think she has them right now. Let's see, we rescue the princess or slay the princess. It would be really just tonally jarring right now, wouldn't it? If I just slayed the princess anyway. It would be quite funny, but I mean, she hasn't given me any evidence in this playthrough of being malicious, except for when she said, like, she would end the world if it made me happy. I think maybe she's just a little too devoted to me, but, I mean, that's, there are worse flaws one could have, right? Like, we could help her work on that and, help her not be as beholden to my, whatever my preferences are. So I think I'm going to go with rescue here. And then, yeah, let's see. If I rescue the princess, I'm sure it is funny if I slay her, but I just can't do it. Look at that face. It's like kicking a puppy. So let's go with rescue.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Somehow I can absolutely believe that. The voice of the smitten, he has this aura to him that he has a weapon against the narrator, which is his willingness to end our life rather than hurt the princess. So I really don't know how the narrator is going to handle this. I like the narrator, he's my goat. Why are narrator's pronouns always capitalized? Is he God? I actually did not notice that. But yeah, maybe he is, in a sense, a god within the realm of this game.
You wouldn't.
Oh, the voice of this man, I think he would.
I would.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
The fact that the chain slid off so easily means she could have gotten out of it at any point. Which makes me think something weird is going on here. Oh no. Should I have chosen to slay her? Is she gonna kill us now? Violet says we doomed to fall. Okay. Maybe you're right, Violet. Good job, you brought the butter. Oh yeah, that's what it was. She didn't have the butter earlier. The butter worked. Someone earlier was saying maybe soap would be better, but for some reason maybe like butter is funnier. But yeah, soap probably would be better.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
That's right. Yeah, I hope the voice of the smitten gets what he's looking for in some way, because you just gotta respect his purity of heart.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm glad I could help.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Yeah, see, like, this princess seems nice. She hasn't tried to kill me. At least not yet.
Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved.
I am only going to do that if she gives evidence that she has nefarious intentions. And so far, she just seems like a nice princess.
Is that a threat?
You know what we'll do if you try it.
You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
Well, I guess, actually, that's a good question. What do we do now? I mean, we could take a walk or, like, get a bite to eat or, I don't know, write some poems. I'm down for whatever you want to do. So we could ask her, what do you want to do? Or we leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. Well, I do kind of want to see that one, but first I want to see, like, does she have any preferences of her own, or is her personality in this version that, like, she just wants to make me happy and that's it? I kind of hope she has sort of some of her own things she wants to do, but I don't know if she does.
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
So yeah, the narrator does kind of seem like someone who's never experienced love. Maybe we can fix that, chat. Maybe we can, like, set him up with somebody. Probably not the princess, because he doesn't seem to like her, but, you know. Maybe we can find him someone else.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Well, you should think about what you want. It's an important question. You can do whatever you want.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
True. Yeah, she might not want to end the world at all.
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her
Oh,
eyes
no.
in deep reflection.
Is this the part where she kills us? It's setting it up like that.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Okay. For some reason, I was worried it was gonna, like, bring that in out of nowhere. So we could pressure her on this further, say there must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. Want to leave? Let's leave. Something isn't right here. I'm sorry. So we do have one slay option here, just in our back pocket. If it comes to that. I don't think it's going to come to that. But let's see, if you want to leave. Yeah, I think let's just get out of here, you know? We'll figure it out on the way. If you want to leave, then let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world.
I just want to pause for a moment and say, like, what a great image this is. The image of, like, the princess beaming out us holding our hand, and it's like the weird goblin hand, but like she doesn't seem to care at all, and it's just like wonderful and happy, and everything's optimistic. I love the vibe, the aura of this moment. Oh, also, I missed a few comments earlier. Let's see. Walk poems sound like all Axaeon hobbies. What else do you guys suggest? Petting cats? How did I forget about petting cats? Yeah, princess. We are definitely going to pet some cats. Like, cats, that is... If you haven't petted a cat before, princess, you are going to like it. Also, I just accidentally used my chalk toggle. I don't know if anyone saw. But, yeah, I think that... The narrator is the biggest princess hater. Yeah, with this prince, I mean, given like how nice she seems, I feel like she's probably open to just about anything. And yeah, I'm curious to like, we could, yeah, pet cats. Also, like, where is she a princess of exactly? If there's something like a bit, like a country that she's a part of. There's so much to find out about her. And that I think we apparently will have a lifetime to figure out together.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
That's right. Oh, I forgot about the voice of this man. Yeah, like, he must be delighted that things have turned out this way. Because this was all he wanted.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it. Because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Okay. But at some point, if she goes on and doesn't attack us, the narrator's going to have to admit that he's wrong eventually. You might think.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
I thought we were really going to be able to make it out of there for a second.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
This also goes along with what you were saying, Tia, about how the narrator is maybe a kind of god in this game, if he can do things like that. He has sort of godlike powers. I like her answer. It's still a bit plain fairy tale princess, but shows some sense of self. Yeah, she's kind of an interesting blend of like traditional princess tropes, but also kind of different, you know, kind of has her own thing, her own sense of self.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair! We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Poetically spoken, as always.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know.
Somehow I suspect that is true. The narrator doesn't seem like someone of great passion. But when it comes to love, I mean, I do think that if you meet someone who really has a special nature and there's that deep compatibility, it perhaps doesn't take that long to see that you love them or that there's potential for that love. So maybe that could be the case with this princess, you know? Even if it's not love at first sight exactly, maybe it's something close to that.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Yeah, I like the voice of this man. I think if I have to choose between him and you, narrator, I'm choosing him.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Do you think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together. I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself. I like that they include, like, there's the macho man answer. Like, step away, princess. I'll handle this all by my own. I'm a big, burly man, after all, you know. Big burly men like me, we get the job done. We don't need any help from some princess. Or you can go the very egalitarian route of, I think we go, but if we try together. Or I could just put it all on her. Like, do you think you can open it? Yeah, princess, I'm just gonna sit back here and, like, watch some TV. You know, I think you can open the door and maybe, like, get me a beer, you know, from the fridge while you're at it. So we have, like, the full spectrum of answers here. I feel like these answers cover the entire spectrum of gender relations. This is truly a marvel of a game. But which one am I going to choose, actually? Let's see. I think we'll try together. Yeah, I think if we go for this one together, that's the answer that I'm most drawn to anyway.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
You don't have to act so disgusted with this narrator. We're just a young couple trying to make it in the world.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
So maybe she has godlike powers too, if she can open the door that the narrator locked on us.
I told you our love was insurmountable.
Yeah, or it could be that. Maybe the voice of the smitten is right. Maybe it was just the power of love. And the power of love conquers all, chat. I think that's what we're seeing right now in this game.
You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
Narrator, your cynicism, it just has no end, does it?
You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone.
Oh, that's a good question.
That's not how this works.
Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
All we need to be happy is each other. What if we just stayed here and built a life together? Oh, that's a super wholesome answer. Stop with these interruptions. I've already made up my mind. We're leaving. Okay, so that's being said to the narrator, or just ignore them. You know, chat, I think I'm just gonna ignore them, and like at this point, like who needs them, right? We can just go ahead and, because I don't really like the idea. I mean, staying here and building a life, I guess, is fine, but I'm kind of curious, like, what is the world outside going to be like? And maybe we could find a nice place to move to with the princess, you know? So let's see if we just ignore them.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
That's right.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Our happy ending at last.
Well, we're out in the woods now, and so far the world hasn't ended.
We did it. What should we do now?
Oh, but she's gonna get taken away by the thing, isn't she?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Looks like this is the end of our story together, princess.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
A valiant impulse, voice of the smitten, but I'm afraid it can be of no help against the kind of force we're facing. And there she goes. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Yep, it's the mirror from before. The one that will erase everything. And this time, it looks like we're going to be sacrificing the voice of the smitten. So I could comfort them, or I could approach the mirror. I think I'll comfort them. It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
Sit here
Right?
and preen for a while. I'm gonna miss this guy. I love it. It's not the end. Whatever's on the side is going to be nice. It's in free, not free. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. Resolute encouragement.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just
That's
know
right.
it.
Have faith in the princess. Next, you're a bird man, IDKY, but the pics show you having a feather coat, and he just said pluck. Ooh, okay. Maybe I'm a bird. That is one I hadn't considered, but maybe at the mirror, maybe that'll show us the truth of my nature. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. I do. I see the feathers and the shriveled hand. You've unraveled. There he is. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
We'll get there someday. Or I'll die trying. Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are frail and impermanent. You and I are the only things that interest me.
So she's only interested in myself and her. I like to think maybe she will change that or become interested in others, maybe if she gets to know them better. But at least for right now, it seems that these are the only two beings she has any interest in. What about this? Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
I'll try not to get too deep into philosophical tangents and asides on this one. But it is very elegant the way she explains these things. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? Okay, yeah, this princess. I want to see what she says about this one, because this princess was unfailingly kind to us the whole time.
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
I thought she might say something like that.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Do you know... So, I wish it asked what her purpose was. But it looks like that's probably not one of the options. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
No. The point of awakening is to find out.
So maybe she will destroy the world. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
If I had to guess, I would say he does. I think so. That sounds to me like a reasonable guess for the narrator. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. And when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does. And when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. Wow. So all of these answers start in the same way. They say that he does exist in the spaces beyond. I'll go with he does. I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, he does. When I find you and I are finally going to have answers. Yeah, I don't know if he'll tell us any answers, though. I'll just say I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
Thank you. I will keep that in mind. So yeah, how many more vessels do I need to bring you?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Wow, only one more. Just needs to hit the metaphysics books to understand half of what she says. Fair. I feel like that's soft confirming he's God, and the princess is in the competition he wants to get rid of, maybe. Ooh, yeah, that's a neat one. Neat thought. That maybe these are two beings locked in this sort of metaphysical or trans-world competition here. And we're at the heart of it, being used as a pawn. I also want to say I like your comment here, Vermilia, and also yours, TP Ninja, about the RE0 music. Yeah, it's kind of a similar vibe. But you were saying, Vermilia, you molded her to love you. Always makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. In the context of the game, it makes sense, but there's still a part of my mind that doesn't like the feeling. Yeah, I suppose I could see how, with that line, some would take it to suggest that maybe the character doesn't have her own sort of agency, and that she was sort of just determined by the player character's actions. So I can, yeah, see where that implication is present there. On one hand, the way that she acts really does seem as if maybe the developers were making it like with that implication in mind, when she says like, oh, well, I just want to do whatever you want to do. Or like, oh, do you want the world to end? You know. So maybe like for a personality that extreme, perhaps the use of molded is fair. But yeah, in general, I do agree that there is something uncomfortable about using that word to describe it. But yeah, only one more vessel, and then maybe I could, yeah, if this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay, well, at that point, I will be in the best, most informed position to make a decision. But you can rest assured, whatever I choose, I will endeavor to make it the most compassionate and understanding choice. You know we're going to fight when this is over. Do you really want me to bring you the last vessel? If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. So yeah, this first one is a possibility. Maybe we'll end up fighting. Let's see, is she going to be uncomfortable by that? I get the feeling she's not going to mind, or she will just accept it peacefully. But let's see.
We may fight, and we may not. But not all fights end in destruction, just as not all conversations end in peace.
Yeah, this is really a good point, that even if there is a fight, it might turn out for the best. I once heard someone say there are certain things you can share with someone only by fighting, and I thought that was an interesting quotation. Yeah, it could be maybe the fight is part of what helps us grow in the end. Or maybe it can be something that when we look back on it, it doesn't have to be all negative. So with this sort of alien being, it's more subtle than with the voice of the smitten, but I do feel like there's kind of this deep optimism to her.
Even if you destroy me, it will have been worth it to finally know what I am, and to have had the chance to know you.
If that's the way you think, I can't destroy any being who is capable of having a thought like that. It's just too, I think, different and valuable a mindset to want to destroy the being who has it. So I could say I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. But I think we know what she says if I say that. She just kind of like lets us stay there until we decide to go back. So I'll just tell her I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
And then I shall be on my way. Also, the dialogue and the way the lines are read when you're speaking to this entity is different based on decisions you've made throughout the game. I rarely get to see these lines read in this way. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that it changed this dialogue based on decisions. But that is really a cool touch. That sound effect always gets me every time. Not all fights end in destruction, all conversations end in peace. I love that. Yeah, it's a great line. It really goes hard, as the kids say. And then, oh, Terraditto, your line's coming up.
You're on a path in the woods.
There it is.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So, just to recap where we are, it looks like we only have one more left. And I don't know about you all, but I wanna do this tonight. I think we can see where the story goes from here. I'm feeling up to it. Even though today's been a long day already, like I am psyched to see where the story goes from here. I am going to take a little break first, though, to just kind of walk around and stretch and drink some water. And chat, while I'm doing that, I hope you all will do the same. I hope you all will make sure to do a posture check. Yeah, check, have a good posture, maybe walk around, maybe do some, little exercises, drink some water. And once I'm back, we can keep playing. And then if you decide to come back to the stream, great. If not, that's great too. But in any case, break time, and I'll see you all in a few minutes. And I'm back. So welcome back, everybody. I hope that you all got a chance to have a good break there. At least I know I certainly did. Now I feel hydrated and stretched and walking around, having walked around a bit. So with that in mind, without further ado, here we go. Final playthrough until we get apparently to the real ending. Let's see where it goes. Oh, and thank you for the welcome back messages. Yeah, I really don't know what paths are left, Tia Fair. It's kind of... But apparently there's quite a few... Vermilia, yeah, there are quite a few paths left. I have a guess where we'll end up next, but honestly, I hope I'm wrong. Oh no. Ominous.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end
so
of
far,
the world.
Beginning very much in the same way as the other playthroughs have. And all the options are the same. Yeah, can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. I will, as with the past few, silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
So we have the voice of the hero with us. Maybe that's the voice we're going to have to sacrifice this time. Is the voice of the hero.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
And did you notice there, chat, there was no other voice that was present. It was just the voice of the narrator. Or not the voice of the narrator, the voice of the hero. So that gives me extra credence that we are going to have to, in fact, sacrifice the voice of the hero.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Now this, if I do recall and I'm not mistaken, is exactly the way the cabin looked in the very first playthrough of the game, when I first played this. Kind of a callback here.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
But the question, I guess, is will the princess be the same? Is she going to be the one that wants to kill me? So I can explore, take the blade, or enter the basement. Yeah, I don't know if okay, yeah, take the blade or don't take the blade. I mean, last time I took the blade, and it ended up okay. If I don't take the blade, though, he might just send it with me anyway. Hero has always been the only voice in Chapter 1 with you. Oh, okay, I guess... Yeah, I wasn't thinking in terms of Chapter 1 and 2, but that's a good point for Milia. Yeah, maybe we might have to wait a bit, I guess, then to see if there's another voice that accompanies us in Chapter 2. I'm going to take the blade just to be safe, but I might not end up using it.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement. Here we go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly
Okay, so I skipped some of the dialogue there that was just a repeat. So I could say, hi, just checking you. I think I'm here to kill you. I don't think I've said hi to her yet. I'll go with the hi here. Hi, hello.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
So in this one, she's being kind of... she has almost a flirtatious tone. I don't think we've seen this version of the princess before. Maybe she's going to, you know, tempt my player character sort of in a different way.
You walk down the
But
stairs.
she looks the same as the first
and lock
playthrough.
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Yeah, look at her face. She seems kind of nonchalant. maybe almost faintly defiant.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, she's not afraid of my character at all. Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Not. I think this was the choice I chose in the very first playthrough. I haven't decided yet, or I'm here to talk. So I'm gonna tell her the truth. Haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
So we could drop it or tighten my grip. I mean, her demeanor so far is not inspiring me to think that she has good intentions. Like, it's making me think that she's planning something, she has something up her sleeve. So I think I'm going to tighten my grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Okay, yeah, there are some people who would be afraid to admit it, but I will admit it. I will say, yes, I am scared.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
True. Unless I throw it, which probably won't work.
You should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? Dropping the drape. I'll drop the blade or slay the princess. Yeah, what does the narrator say here? What if she isn't bluffing? What
You
if
go
she
into
doesn't?
this expecting to die. You're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
See, and one thing that's also suspicious about her here is, like, she could talk to us even with the knife in her hands. Like, dropping the knife isn't a prerequisite to being able to talk with her. That makes me think she's just trying to get me disarmed so she can take advantage of me, so she can have her way with me. That is the vibe this princess gives off here. By have her way with me, I mean kill me. Drop the blade, slay the princess. Yeah, I mean, I get the feeling I'm gonna have to just slay her eventually, but I want to exhaust all other options first. I'll tell her I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
I'm gonna play hardball, huh? Fine, I guess we're at an impasse. Oh yeah, the squinting contest. Remember how that went for me last time. She's a really good squinter. We were all scared of her. Yeah, I mean, good to know I'm not the only one. The question is, why is only one hand chained? Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, maybe the people who chained her thought, well, you know, even if you only chain one arm, it's not like she's going to be able to leave without that arm. So maybe that they thought one was enough to get the job done. Yeah, as much as I hate it, I think I'm just going to have to go with Slay, because, like, I could go with her at an impasse, but then I think she just looks at us, and, and we're still forced to this choice in the end. There's no way to avoid. Drop the blade or slay the princess. I think, yeah, gonna go with slay.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Oh, this is the fighter version of the princess, isn't it?
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her
Man.
shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing
She is winning
bones,
this fight badly.
making sure you stay down.
Even though my guy has like those long, fearsome-looking claws, they're no match for the MMA fighter princess.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Oh, so maybe that's it. If we didn't try to explore those other dialogue options and we just chose to slay her, maybe then it would have been a more even fight.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Jeez, adding insult to injury. My guy is already suffering enough, princess. Do you really have to add the humiliation to it?
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
So now chapter 2, the tower. So now in this one, I guess we'll get to see...
You're on a path in the woods.
I didn't want to interrupt your special line, Terry Ditto.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
For this playthrough, or this chapter, I guess we're going to see the new voice that we have.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
That's right, yeah, because now the options are deja vu again. She's going to kill me again. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't show any hesitation this time.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
This is the noob run I see. Oh, jeez. Tia, that hurts. Oh no, now I'm getting bullied by my chat. Now I know how Kairos feels. The tower, one of the worst you're on a path in the woods.
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
So this is the new voice that we have. Somebody who's just given up.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Well, okay, like it would be if she's the evil princess, but this one might be one of the good ones.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Well, only one thing to do is to find out, to meet her, see what she has to say. I'll proceed into the cabin.
I guess I don't have a say here.
I mean, I'll listen to your opinion, voice of the broken, if you have one, but it sounds like you just don't have the confidence to really tell people how you feel. In fact, maybe that can be like our narrative progression in this playthrough. Maybe we can help the voice of the broken to find his voice. What do you think, chat? Because last time, remember, like the princess was encouraging to us, and we were encouraging to the princess. That was with the nice princess, the one that we kind of left the cabin with. If he had someone like that in his life, the voice of the broken did, he might gradually come to open up a little bit more.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Yeah, this one is definitely new. It has never been this large before.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Very true to form with that one, the voice of the broken. Okay. And yeah, the mirror on the wall. Of course, I think we know what's going to happen. The narrator is not going to see it, but just for the sake of completeness, because I think I've done this in every other playthrough, let us approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Yep, there it is.
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Yeah, by the way, I don't actually remember, but I think both sides of the Tower Arcana are bad luck. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Interesting. Broken doesn't have hope. He knows we are doomed to fall. But are we, though? I haven't lost hope that there is a positive ending to be found in this game. I don't know if there will, but I feel like there might be a way. We get a return. This one is broken. I always appreciate a good dad joke in my stream. Take the blade or enter the basement. Oh, kind of like last time. I'll take it just in case.
You take the blade from the altar.
But I don't know if
it would be
we'll
difficult
use it.
to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Let's enter. Wow, hey, you see these doors? These doors are huge.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
Yeah, certainly a different look with this one. Kind of like, yeah, the medieval castle. They're taking it really to its extreme. Okay, if you have hope, then I have hope. Oh, thank you, Violet. Yeah, we can have hope together.
Huh. This is actually kind of nice.
See, even the voice of the broken now is being more positive. The positivity is infectious in this stream.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
The positivity for everyone except the narrator.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Okay. Yeah, the vibe I'm getting from this one so far is like a demonic princess, I guess.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Yeah, I think the voice of the broken, he seems like he wants to pledge himself to her.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
We shall continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you,
wow.
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Oh, and she's floating too. Yeah, this is the very much supernatural powers type princess. Or maybe some kind of fairy or demon.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
I do have to say, I think she's right that the knife doesn't seem like it's going to do much against her. but also didn't do much against the last one.
Drop it.
Drop it or tighten your grip. Wow, this is... Normally I drop it, but just something about the image of someone being that audacious just to tighten their grip. I think I shall tighten my grip. I also don't like the way she commanded me to drop it, so just to defy her, time to tighten my grip.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly.
A lot of good
to
that
the floor.
did. I guess that was an illusion of choice. Yeah, her overwhelming power commanded me to drop it, regardless of what I attempted to choose.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
Okay, yeah, the voice of the brogue has gone like full devotion mode. Yeah, the knife is just for show at this point. Yeah, I mean that seems absolutely right.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
It's like she's commanding us to do things, we're following her commands. I don't think we're going to have much chance of following through on the narrator's plan to slay her. Yeah, the narrator, like, you're gonna have to find a new plan, dude. This whole slaying thing, probably not gonna work with this princess. Or, what if, okay, I could say no, or I could kneel. If I say no, she's probably gonna make me, but I do want to at least give it a try.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
She forced me.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
But you must admire our persistence. Do you not?
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met,
Yep, she remembers.
nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to deal with her.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then, and there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop
Yeah,
her?
see, this was what I was saying earlier, is that the narrator really needs to get a new plan, or like explain to us what exactly what he's thinking now. Because this princess seems like by far the most powerful.
That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
So you're supposed to end the world, no, or remain silent. I think I'll just be honest with her and say, look, I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. And I'm trying to save it.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Okay, yeah, she seems like she has her heart set on this.
It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
How am I gonna do that?
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
I don't know, voice of the broken. Maybe she'll be nice to us. She doesn't seem like the type who wants to be. I think once our usefulness to her has run out, she will discard us, along with everything else that's of no use to her. I could be wrong, but just a vibe I get. What would you have me do? What do you have planned? doesn't mean you actually have to. You can be whatever you want to. Ooh, I love this answer. Yeah, telling her, like, she doesn't have to do this. She has the power to choose otherwise. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything. What happened to you after I died? Or you can tell her I'm not going to help you end the world. I don't care if something new comes after, I just can't let you do I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself to her. Well, we know the voice of the broken would like that one. But I think I'm going to tell her, just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. That's right. Remind her she has the power to choose her own life path. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Okay. But if I'm so much lower than you, like, why do you need me? Maybe she'll explain that to us. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything. Yeah, she probably won't like this one. I do want to explore a little more, though. Yeah, what happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
And I suppose the choice is between that or her killing me. And we know the voice of the broken, like the being her pet. He apparently is going to really like that thought. But I don't. I'm going to see if I can find another path forward for my character. Let's see. What would you have me do? I do actually kind of want to hear just what she wants me to do. I'm probably not going to go along with it, but let's hear her out chat. What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
That's a good question. Yeah, if you're so powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was.
So she thinks that if I free her, it'll make a better story? Yeah, it sounds to me like that's her motivation here.
The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world.
She has the divine sort of narcissism. She wants to be worshipped, wants to be known as the sort of ultimate being.
And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
So it could very well be that she's right. In fact, it seems plausible that she's right. That there's nothing I can really do to go against her at this point. But I want to say that if I try, at least I will have tried. And I think there is something to be said for that. That kind of, even if it's just a purely symbolic resistance. I think that that's what I would do if I were actually faced in this situation is that, however ineffectual it might be, I would resist to the best of my ability. So that is what I anticipate choosing for my character here. And just like that, here we are at the final choice. We can pledge ourselves to her, or say, I'm not going to help you end the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that. See, will she be amused by my resistance? Or enraged?
I see. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Oh no.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade.
As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Yep, all these other options are grayed out. So yeah, why? What are you going to make me try to do with it? Can't pick that. I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding about that divine hand. Who's doing this? Is it her? Is it you? No. Or just pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Don't count your ducks before they hatch, dude. We know this is going in a bad direction.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
See, this is how she whittled us down, is by making us do these easy things first.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
That may be so, but still I shall defy you, with every ounce of my ability.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
I thought this was coming.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Narrator actually has a lot of faith in us. Wow. Was not expecting that from the narrator. End this. Can I do it, chat? Shall my character do this? Only one way to know.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Bad moment for a poor choice of words like that. So, slay yourself, slay the princess, resist. And resist is grayed out. Only two options, slay yourself or slay the princess. Well, I shall go for it, chat. Wish me luck. Slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
So this, yeah, he's definitely gonna take himself out. But maybe he can take the princess down with him.
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
But it's gonna be hard now if I can't even breathe.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
It's what she wants.
Wishing you luck. If the narrator has exhibited any positive traits, it's a near unshakable faith that you can slay the princess. Okay, good point. He does seem to have faith in us here. Which honestly we might need right now. We need someone to have faith in us.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you.
I'm on it.
Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece. At least for now.
Oh no. It is locked in a struggle. These two voices locked in a struggle over my own body. This is getting really dire, chat.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god.
It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
No, if I slay you, that will be the last thing I do. But I have to try. Push forward, slay yourself, or slay the princess. Take another step.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand.
My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
Another connection to the narrator as God there.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Yeah, first for the voice of the broken, I thought he was just going to be pessimistic, but turns out he's also quite sycophantic. Maybe that's his defining quality in this playthrough.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
I had been wondering this, if she might, in a way, respect the defiance more than she would just blind servility.
Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
That's a little demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her.
It's a mercy. Take it.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
Yeah, do I really have what it takes to put an end to her, though? It's so hard to believe that my character could do this. But yeah, I'm not going to be fooled by her offer of mercy. I think she has harmed me too much already for me to trust anything she says. And I'm not going to trust the voice of the broken either. Instead, yeah, I'm definitely not going to pledge myself to her. One last ditch effort here. Here we go. Slay the princess.
No.
Yes, Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
Is he actually going to do it?
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
Am I not even hurting her?
We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You
heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
But was it enough, though?
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out,
Here comes
knocking you off your feet.
the retaliation.
There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact.
I think it is over for my character.
You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something. I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Wow. So, I wasn't talking for a long time during that one, chat, because I was kind of riveted by this story. I didn't think we would actually be able to do it, actually be able to take her down. But it looks like we have. My character found his courage, and in the end, he was able to pull through. Chapter 3, The Fury.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
What is going on here?
I think he's upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
The voice of the stubborn is with us.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us, and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions.
What has happened to the woods, too? It's like become this mass of organic flesh, almost.
Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path
is it? If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
Yeah, everything's like breaking down at this point.
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Okay. No more do-overs. I don't know if that means it's useless to save, but just in case it's useful at all, I will do a little safety save there. Alright, so time to take things seriously. It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice. Yeah, I'll tell them this, because this does... I do want them to listen to me when it comes time to make the choice.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really gotten a say in things.
What a crock of shit.
Yeah, so now we have Stubborn and Broken with us. I think that's kind of a new... And the voice of the hero. More voices in this than I think in any other chapter so far.
Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
Oh, come on, dude.
We died! If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. To her.
Yeah, I'm feeling the voice of the Broken might betray us again in this chapter. We're gonna have to really keep a close eye on him.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever gonna change. Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Okay, yeah, if we hit this point of no return you mentioned, then what happens? Ooh, does it erase my game?
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there, if there even is a there. It doesn't matter because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
That's right. If I'm going to need anyone's faith in me for this last run at it, I think the narrator, I'm definitely going to need him on my side. So I appreciate your confidence in me, narrator. I will endeavor to make sure that it is not misplaced. So you could say I'm done with this buy and turn around and leave. And I'd be lying if I said I'm not a little... There's not a part of me that wants to see what happens, but I will, just in the recognition that that would not make a very good story, I'm going to proceed forward. Say, no matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through.
Good. We're all on the same page.
Yeah, it's like the whole world has become this kind of strange, living thing here.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
Okay, I'll try if I can. Unless she's maybe the good princess. We don't know what the princess is going to be like, but maybe she'll be the most terrifying version of all that we've seen so far.
That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Dude, Voice of the Boat, you have got to get over this servility. It's not a good look. Have some backbone. Be able to stand up for yourself. And yeah, by the way, agree on the comments. The music is kind of a banger, and also the squishing noises as you walk. Makes for that nice extra bit of ick to this ghastly forest scene.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now. You're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
Proceed into the cabin. Oh man, what's the cabin gonna look like?
The interior of the cabin is a
Oh,
place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
It's almost like the world has become like hell in a way. Yeah, I'm getting a strong hell vibe from this.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Jeez. Yeah, this description, it's playing on. There's so much disgust being evoked here.
That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm definitely taking the blade this time. The place makes you want to rip and tear. If anybody could beat the princess, it would be Doom Guy. We need him to like come to our aid in this game. It's that mirror again. Yeah, and this time it's blocking the door. But if we look at the mirror and then it disappears, maybe that will reveal the path beyond.
Mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement. Just tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting, and if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. No more messing around. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
Yeah, so not a single playthrough so far has the narrator recognized the mirror in the cabin.
What are you trying to say? Exactly?
Looks like he won't on this final one either.
He thinks we've lost it, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think the hero is the voice of reason on this one. So, approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Now, I hope it shows us more of a glimpse of our character, but I don't think it will. I think it's probably going to disappear before that.
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it. Let's get violent already.
Huh, maybe the voice of the stubborn is kind of like the voice of Doom Guy in a way.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Yeah, I want to wipe the mirror clean and see if maybe it gives a glimpse.
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward.
Wait,
into the
I didn't get to take the blade. I thought it was gonna... Oh no. I thought it was gonna give me a chance to take the blade before I walked into the basement. But it looks like I have inadvertently doomed myself to not taking the blade with me, because I wanted to look at the mirror first. I gotta say, I think the game could have been a little bit clearer in the way it presented that choice. But looks like we might just have to roll with it now, chat. Maybe we can make this a playthrough where we use reason and dialogue to get the best ending rather than violence.
The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
Yeah, Gee, man, if this is what the environment around her looks like, I'm not sure I even want to see the princess. She's probably going to be terrifying.
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Going down to no blade, maybe there are wrong choices. Yeah, maybe so. I gotta say, if finding a wrong choice in this game really is as difficult as the game makes out to be, then I gotta say I take a certain pride in having found one of the wrong choices.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart?
This is already off to a bad start. She's mad at me for what I did last time, and now I don't even have a knife with me. Yeah, pray for me on this one, chat.
Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
Alas, I don't think I have a choice at this point.
See how you've soured my once divine melody.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. And we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
On that note, maybe even though I didn't take the blade with me, there was one playthrough where it sort of appeared on its own. Like the narrator must have brought it here. Maybe he'll do that again, and maybe I can still find a way to win. But yes, thank you for the good luck, Violet. And indeed, it looks like I will need it.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
She was going to end the world last time. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood,
there she
a
is.
deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
And her heart's on the outside too, do you see that? Wow. Yeah, last time she was sort of this dark, terrifying angel, but now I think she's gone into like full sort of demon mode.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
I was hoping we could talk this out, you know, and just kind of figure out a rational resolution to our disagreement. But I am getting increasingly the impression that that will no longer be possible.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh.
Oh man, yeah, she is not set back by pain at all. I don't think there's gonna be... I have my work cut out for me if I'm going to try to kill this abomination of a princess. I've stopped counting because I have a bad feeling. Understandable. Very understandable, Tia.
And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground. She pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
We didn't even need the butter this time. She just took her own skin off. She's so scary, but you got this, Axe. Oh, thank you. At least I have someone's vote of confidence. Thank you, Violet. I need every bit of encouragement. Every bit of encouragement there is for this one.
She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
screw that. We can win. We've done it before and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
An oddly optimistic comment from Voice of the Stubborn, but yeah, that's one way of looking at it. Like, she does seem to have kind of destroyed herself partly in a way, but then again, maybe if her body can take this much damage and she still not be fazed by it at all, maybe that just reveals in an even deeper way how profound and terrifying her power actually is.
We don't even have a weapon.
I was wondering if anyone was going to notice that point.
It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
Well, I will give you this, Voice of the Stubborn. You are a badass for having that attitude in this final moment. Giving up on destroying the world. What happened to you? I don't know if she's going to be a big fan of that response. Wait, we don't have to do this. I'm sorry, okay, I'm sorry for what I did to you. I'm not sorry, though. I think I did exactly the right thing. Please just listen to me, fight back, or let her in you. I am not confident that it's going to do anything, but something in me, maybe it's just part of my philosopher's heart, tells me we should at least give dialogue a try. Or if she'd given up on destroying the world. Like, if it were me, actually, I would probably say, like, wait, we don't have to do this. But I don't think it's going to convince her. She seems like she has her heart set on tearing me limb from limb. But maybe it's worth a try. Maybe if she doesn't respond well, I can just go ahead and then fight her from that point. Wait, we don't have to do this.
You're right. We don't. But I want to. So badly.
Yep, that's what I thought she might say.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Jeez.
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that.
She has that kind of power?
She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
You should all just be grateful she's decided to keep us alive. Even in her defilement, she is merciful.
Jeez, this is brutal.
We're not out for the count just yet.
Really?
But we didn't even bring a weapon.
I mean, I think I see my organs being splattered like all across the room. If my guy's not down for the count by that, he must really be strong.
Yes, because we knew it was over.
No weapon this time. It's almost as if you were planning on dying here. As if I'd grant you such a mercy. No, we're going to make this last forever.
Oh, yep. Hence the hell imagery. Maybe this is my character's version of hell. Being trapped with her forever.
Let's see how deep we need to dig to find the defiant little spark of your soul. This will hurt you.
Something infiltrates you. Though you do not see it, you feel it, slithering into your disaster of a body, seeping into the gaps between your molecules.
Huh, what could this be?
The body of a sapient creature has, on average, 30 trillion cells. And each one of those cells is composed of 100 trillion some odd atoms. One of those cells is peeled from the others. 100 trillion atoms are gone.
So she took one of my cells?
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes? I think. Then 2 are peeled away. Then 4.
Oh, she's taking away more and more of us.
This is nothing. Nothing! 8. 16, 32, 64.
Whatever is happening to us, it's happening faster.
128, 256.
Yeah, she's gonna take away our whole body at
512.
some point.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
That or, oh no, are they gonna like ship a Theseus us here?
1024. 2048.
At what point is it no longer me?
4096. 8192.
I feel small. Smaller than before.
16,384. 32,768. 65,536.
You can't just count us into oblivion.
131,072.
Yeah, these numbers-
262,144. 524,288.
The numbers are just keeping going up.
What happens when it gets higher? Like, really higher?
Nothing. Just like nothing's happening now.
But something is happening now. Something in us is liquefying. Something that started small but that keeps getting bigger.
1,048,000. The hundreds don't matter anymore.
Wow. Well, if there is any consolation in all this process, chat, it's that even if I did have a weapon and had fought her right out of the start, I don't think it would have made a difference. Because she has such immense power and was able to disembowel me without even having to touch me. So I think I would have been down for the count regardless of what my choices back there had been.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
2,096,000. 4,192,000. 8,384,000.
Yeah, at a certain point, there's just not going to be a me there anymore.
I don't like this waiting.
Waiting for something to happen. But it's taking so long.
16,768,000. 33,536,000. 67,072,000. Your eyes are useless. 134 million. The thousands don't matter anymore. Your blood begins to go places it shouldn't.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
It looks like she's almost kind of unraveling too in a way. It's subtle, but she's kind of seems to be liquefying in her own way as well.
There's the pain. I can feel it now. But we can handle this. We can't let her win.
We can't handle anything. We're at her mercy.
268 million. We don't need to count anymore. Your lungs fill with liquid. You smell things you shouldn't. You choke on pieces of what used to be you.
Yeah, maybe she is fusing into us in a way.
Doesn't matter, because we're still alive.
You are deconstructed. You are reconstructed. A square you, a round you, a you with too many legs, a you with many mouths which won't stop screaming. Then all of it pressed into a ball, tightly packed into the size of a fist.
Yeah, I was not expecting such body horror here in this game. I have no idea how my character's gonna get out of this.
What does you even mean anymore? We just keep changing into horrible things we can't control. Make it stop, please. Make it stop. Please make it stop.
You means we exist. There has to still be a way for us to win. Otherwise this would be pointless, and all this torture would be for nothing.
You're right about one thing. It is torture. But it isn't pointless. The whole point is that it's torture.
Oh, the self-punishing attitude, dude.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes.
The ball is unraveled into the shape of a body. The skin peels off in a corkscrew. The eyes are plucked. The organs arranged in the air in a neat row.
Jeez. Yeah, this would be hard to imagine worse torture than this.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
No.
Yes.
You are stretched into a line 12 feet long, then 24, then 48. The line gets thinner as you get longer. A mile. 2, 4, 8.
Are you still there?
I knew she was going to say
Are
that.
you still you?
I mean, different people will give different answers to this question, but my view is if you still have the same mind, then alterations to the body do not matter.
Yes.
16, 32, 64.
No.
Even the voice of the stubborn is relenting now. Wow.
And then, all at once, there is a great rewinding, and all of the disparate threads that once were you fall dutifully back into place. You are whole again, and in your body, the same body you arrived in. The princess stands before you, her dress of skin more tattered than before, her face sullen.
It's all hollow. I ripped you to pieces. I broke your will, but it means nothing. I am forever a piece unfinished, a song with no refrain.
So she realized that the revenge was not going to fulfill her. So I don't know if you all can see, but some grayed out options. Why did you keep me alive? I've been here so long. Everyone is gone. There's no one else here. I can't feel anything anymore. But still I'm here, watching. There's nothing for you to say.
We're so different. How could I ever hope for you to understand me?
Well, true, we are different, but I like to believe that there's a deep capacity for empathy in each of us, and a capacity for imagination. And I think those capacities are worth giving a try to. We shouldn't knock our capacities to use our imagination and to try to empathize with others, even if they look very different, as the princess does here. Maybe we can never understand fully, but I do think sometimes we can understand to a large extent at least. Maybe even with a being like this princess. But I will admit I don't know for sure.
She stands, arms outstretched, neck craned, gaze transfixed on something unseen above you both.
But perhaps there is a way to grant you understanding. Perhaps there is a way to make myself whole once more.
You are unwound again.
Ooh, there's the feathers again.
But it's different this time. Nothing slithers into your cells. You can feel something changing inside of you. But you see her changing too. Threads, strands of you, becoming pieces of something new. Something that's both you and her. Oh no, absolutely not. You have to stop this. Do you hear me? You have to stop this, or the entire world ends.
Ooh, this is maybe her plan to end the world, is using me to complete her and to get her out of here. But there is nothing left to stop anything. Your consciousness drifts toward hers.
Yes, yes! See me as I have had to see you!
You do. You see a towering heart, wounded and alone. One that is familiar to you, if distant.
No, this isn't right. I feel cold.
Yep, and there it takes her away. The tethers that started to form between you have snapped. Your union has been halted. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. Silence as you approach. Even the voices are gone. Gaze into your reflection. I suppose now we'll see the final image of my character. You are nothing at all. Oh, but I do see. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. It appears we are a bird, or some kind of raven, perhaps. Explore. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. So maybe that's the narrator we're seeing. Or the narrator is the mirror. Or is the figure in the mirror. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Well, there, yeah, you can see his eye over on that part of the screen. Ooh, wow, so many choices. I want to explore them all. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
So vague. I can't say for sure if I understand it. See, an echo. Somebody made you after all, what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. Sure, but maybe it's like me. So all the others across the parallel universes. There are many other narrators. Others like you. You've said something like that before. Yeah, I hope... I don't know if it limits how many questions I can ask, such that I won't be able to ask all of these. Maybe I ought to be careful with picking them. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
Okay, yeah, this one seems crucial. If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
To rid the world of death? So is the princess death, then? Maybe that's what she represents? I always knew I was special. I don't want to be a god, I want to be me. So many questions for you. Yeah, what is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
So she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things. Not the way that people can. Yeah, this is so confusing. But it's all slowly fitting together. So transformation is what she represents. That sentence is kind of confusing. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But Echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. Yeah, I would like to think that maybe, well, what's the best way to put this? Yeah, what you're saying, TP Ninja, like, damn, the narrator believes in a stagnant world as ideal then. Like, I'm wondering if that's what he means, because that seems like a really sad and unfortunate thing to believe, but maybe he really does, if he's against transformation and change.
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Man, it feels so strange, though, thinking about doing this in the absence of the narrator. Like, he's been here all along. But he says I can still do it even when he's gone, so maybe I can. If I destroy her, won't I be alone? Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris? Yeah, these are all good questions. Do you think that things will just be worse after I destroy her? Also a fair thing to wonder. What would it be like to live in a world without her? Okay, yeah, I would like to ask him this, if he imagines the nature of a world without her. Like, if it's just going to be the long quiet.
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life, forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Yeah, I do wonder if I destroy her, won't I be alone? Man, so many choices here. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to ask him all of these. Wow. How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? Because, yeah, like, am I going to use a knife to do it? Maybe he'll be able to clarify a little bit here.
With some amount of difficulty. But you're an abstract concept yourself. It would have been preferable if you had destroyed her within the confines of the construct, but when I shaped the two of you, I made sure that you were strong enough to see things through.
Okay. Yeah, if I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will, but it will all be worth it.
Yeah, some of these questions I can do without asking. But I want to make sure I address all of the essential ones. Okay, yeah, this is something I was wondering, but hadn't quite put into words in my own mind. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just will her into something small? Instead of small, though, I would say, like, will her into something, you know, good. Like, just, you know, perceive her as a good person, and won't she automatically be that? And then maybe we wouldn't have to kill anybody.
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's a certain risk in trusting us with the knowledge, but not clear to me if it's as big as the risk of not trusting us with the knowledge. But I guess it's a moot point now, because it's already happened. Reshaped from... Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times. I'm pretty sure death is good, actually, important even. So the game does have some pro-death options here. I'm not pro-death myself, so I'll probably leave those unexplored. But I do want to hear what he says on this one. Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Those are powerful words. Run out of questions. That was the achievement that I just got here. I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Wow. Harsh. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. Or lie, rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this. I do think I am going to keep my options open. I think committing to a path now would be to act prematurely. Because so far I've only heard his side of the story. I want to see what she has to say.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh, wow. There she is.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
So this is her true form.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
So we can say I've missed you too. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear a conversation? I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means. I want to know if she knows about our conversation. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear us?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him.
So she does know. It seems remarkably calm about it. I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I see. So, if I destroy her, then there's no more death, but also it seems like perfect stagnation. It would just be a world where perhaps nothing happens. Whereas if I let her free and go with her, then I suppose there is death, but maybe there's also growth, and perhaps there is more meaning in that. It seems that that is the choice I must make. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Okay, yeah, I do want to ask you this. Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
So yeah, she's shaped the path here just as much as we have. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, we still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Beautiful metaphors here. Nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us. So maybe once we see reality with sort of her broad perspective, we'll see that some of the things we used to care about maybe don't matter in the way we thought they did. Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. Yeah, maybe she'll be patient with me and be willing to provide answers. Though some of the answers might be a bit beyond my character's understanding.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin,
Not again.
strip the tendons,
No.
mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with?
This is a twist I was not expecting. I did not think she was going to tear us apart again.
A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
The bodies that fear it. Wow. So I guess she's trying to illustrate a point here about why we shouldn't fear death. I don't know if it was an effective illustration. Like, now I'm terrified of her in a way I was not before. Address this vessel's statement directly. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation. That is what any of this has been about. You can reject her authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. Argue your independence. Or reject her perspective. I won't engage with violence or remain silent. I like this appeal to your shared humanity, because I do like trying to see the good in others, though I don't know if I agree with the quoted statement there. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation. That isn't what any of this has been about. wonder if there's something my character thinks it has been about. Maybe love. Maybe that's the one. Time for argumentation. Quick, philosopher, you must defend your thesis and save the world. Yes, my whole life has been training for this moment. The question is, am I up to the task? I shall try, perhaps in vain, but I shall try nevertheless, to appeal to our shared humanity.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me. Your lover absorbs a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
So she seems to recognize that there is something of love here, perhaps. Or some kind of devotion. Address this vessel's statement directly. Continue to appeal to your shared humanity. This has always just been about us. Two people forced to hurt each other again and again and again. We don't have to hurt each other anymore. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and surrender. You know, maybe this will be naive, but I'm going to continue trying to appeal to our shared humanity. I'm going to tell her we don't have to hurt each other anymore.
You cling to your notion of pain and suffering. There is beauty and ugliness, and love and conflict.
The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color.
She's making us relive all of our suffering with her.
You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
I do remember. But it doesn't have to be that way. We can stop it, princess. Continue to appeal to your shared humanity. There can be love and conflict and beauty and ugliness between us without bringing the whole of reality into the picture. Yeah, I don't know if that's as convincing. Maybe I'll keep that option on the back burner, maybe. But I wonder if it says address this vessel's statement directly. Yeah, I want to see what that one is. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. It gives us options. It was beautiful. It was meaningless. Neither of us could ever truly win. Or it was unnecessary. We could have worked together to build something better. We didn't have to hurt each other. Say this, yeah, we didn't have to hurt each other.
Did we hurt each other? For me, there was no better end. I lost myself in an artistry so profound that it lifted both of us into something greater.
There is no beginning, there is no end, and there is no end. There is only the flood of bodies. Every moment you hold every possible sensation at once.
So she views this as being artistry, even the pain of it all.
But in the end, when you reflected it back at me, for a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
I saw every version of us across every reality. Not every reality had you drawing breath. Even then I went on. The world doesn't need you. This one being in red text makes me think that must be like the final one. If you go down that path. So we'll address this vessel's statement directly. So, man, this is really giving me a lot of choices here. There's so many, they branch off in so many different ways. Maybe I shall return. Yeah, I kind of want to continue exploring this path, continue to appeal to your shared humanity.
We are the whole of humanity.
Violence you stranded me, and with violence I sought to twist your flesh back into mine. You forced between choosing your death and forfeiting your body. You chose agency, but agency requires action, and action requires endless tapestry of events. In your final moments, action itself from reality.
I still haven't decided. I think this entity, sometimes she seems like she is very contemplative and philosophical, but then she is also drawn to violence in this strange way. And I don't know if I should save her. But wow, it lets you even continue this more. Okay. Continue to appeal to your shared humanity. We're not the whole of reality. Why won't you see me the way I still see you? Why won't you see me for what I am? Or you could reject her authority, argue your independence, reject her perspective, or stop the fight early and surrender. Address the vessel's statement directly. So yeah, can you say with certainty what shape a world without you will take? I don't want that world to come to pass. Would you remove action itself from reality? So yeah, I don't exactly want that. I still want there to be actions.
Then accept the world as it is now, with both of us a part of it.
As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion?
Well, I mean, I am a philosopher. I'm only going to give up my view if I'm presented with good reasons for doing so. And I don't know if I understand fully the reasons that you've proposed. But we can still talk about it. We don't have to make any choices hastily. I hope you'll still be willing to reason through this with me.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's so easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. Yeah, maybe she doesn't have to suffer in the same way as the others do. The Echo seemed to say something similar about not having to experience the abject horror of death. So we can leave with her, we can slay her, giving multiple rationales for slaying her. Or we can say, I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. Yeah, I kind of like that last one. Let's see. But I also want to see what she says to this challenge of, like, maybe it's easy for her to say these things and you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
Oh, okay, that was a quick response. Yeah, what do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all. weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
So we can slay her, we can say we can do nothing, we can escape with her. Yeah, something in me is just really drawn to this last one. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective. You keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Sounds a little dogmatic.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
The voice of the hero, he's with us. You have no idea how good it is to hear you. I thought voices weren't out here. I thought you died whenever I looked in the mirror.
I don't think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's right either. But we can worry about all that later. Seems like you've been doing alright on your own, but she's too many things at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get past all that divine confidence.
That's a great turn of phrase, the divine confidence. Yeah, she has that divine confidence in spades. And I don't know if my paltry mortal reasoning can break through to her. Although I am a god, so I guess maybe I shouldn't say mortal, but I don't know if my reasoning can break through to her. Though maybe the hero can help me out.
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Yes, take me there.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Ready? No, I can do this out here on my own, say nothing. Yeah, I think I need to accept his help. We can do this together. Voice of the hero. Just you and me. I'm ready.
Then let's go.
What? Oh, it's reconstructing the story.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
Thanks for asking, but no, or I'd like that for old time's sake. Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin? Is the narrator really gone? Yeah, is it just you and me?
It's just us.
Wow.
I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Let's see, is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Good riddance. No, I'm not going to be that mean. After everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning.
Yeah, it does feel odd without him. Let's see, moment of truth, philosopher. Do you believe you can finish this with words, or do you think you need the blade? I think we can finish this with words. I mean, maybe I'll have the blade just in case, I don't know, but I think I might approach with words alone. Let's see, if the offer still stands, could you describe the cabin for me for old time's sake? Okay, one more description of the cabin.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Take the blade into the basement. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to reason things out, but if things end up going south, going another way, then I'll take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Indeed, I do.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me?
I've not given up on talking.
You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Sounds good. Okay, so we can slay her or we can sit with her. Yeah, let's sit with her for a bit. I don't think I want to be a god. Are you the same as you are out there? Yeah, let's ask her, is this the same one as out there? So far she seems a little different.
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
So I missed the narrator. Yeah, me too, Violet, me too. Also, good observation, Terra Ditto, that the voice of the hero sounds slightly ill and, yeah, like slightly exhausted. Like it has been a long journey for him. I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this. Maybe the princess will have ideas on how we can avoid hurting anyone.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
So we just repeat this story again and again? I mean, we could, that's a possibility, but I kind of wish we could go on to new stories. But maybe this is the best we can hope for.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Yeah, would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
Oh, this one's so sweet. I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
Yeah, we're going to find ourselves back here eventually. If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before? Ooh, maybe we have.
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know, but odds are we've probably done it before.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty and I still like you.
Oh. Yeah, these characters, the developing bond between them is just so sweet. Hope there's a way to save it.
And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
We have to decide to do this every single time forever. Eventually something's going to be different. What if we change our minds? I suspect she'll say that's a risk we just have to take.
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
Yeah, true. That's very reasonable. Yeah, is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
I take it all back. I don't want this, and I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
Oh, I'm running out of options here. One more explore. We're gonna find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
Okay, so we could... Let's do I believe in us, agree to her plan. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Slay the princess. Or you can slay her without speaking. Wow. Yeah, neither option here feels particularly satisfying. But of all these, I think the one I'm most drawn to is agreeing with her plan. And even though we're experiencing the same things over and over, at least we will still exist. And we can still have good moments like this one. And with the memory erasure, it will still be new to us. But just to add a little save, in case we decide to come back, I would like to say, okay, let's do it. I believe in us.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side.
But yeah, I am a little surprised too with what you were saying, TP Ninja. I'm surprised that Falling the Hero removed the option of letting her out forever. Because yeah, I guess that one's closed off now. So yeah, now we've chosen to go her way.
She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
I love you, just do it. I'll see you soon. Remain silent. Oh, does she have to kill us both for the cycle to restart? Okay. Since I'm such a hopeless romantic, and also just out of love, or out of, maybe not love, out of honor for Voice of the Smitten, like in homage to him, I'm going to choose I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
I know he would be so proud of us right now. And he would wish to be here in this moment. And there it is.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yep, so now it has all started over again, just like that. And I suppose that is, if there is a true ending, maybe this is it, or maybe there are like multiple endings that have equal claim to being the true one. I kind of want to go back and see what happens if I do slay her, though. And yes, it's good to have the narrator back. Yep. Do you plan to do more slay the princess feature? You managed to dodge most of the fan favorite vessels. I think you'd get a lot of another run, though I understand if it feels like a big commitment. Yeah, I can't say if I have any plans to do that right now or not, but I don't have plans definitely not to. But I might. It's interesting to know there are more vessels out there, and I'm sad to know I dodged most of the fan favorite ones. But if anybody's going to dodge fan favorite ones, yes, it is going to be me. So yeah, I might play this game more at some point, or if I do, maybe I might play it off stream some. But this has been good for right now. It's been a really enjoyable game. Why don't I go back to my main screen right here. So yeah, thank you, chat, for playing that with me. Let's see, I'll go to transition. Yep, there we go. Now with that, I know it has been kind of a long stream, so probably I'm going to go pretty soon. But in the time that we have left, I just do want to say, yeah, thank you all for sticking with this and for sort of watching this playthrough. It definitely would not have been the same without you here. I know some of you were saying that it seemed like the narrator was like such a crucial part of the story and it wasn't the same once he was gone. Well, it would not have been the same to me if you were gone for this stream. So I really do mean that. I know it's sad, sad thinking that we're getting close to the end, at least of today's playthrough. But nevertheless, I suppose that is the nature of good things, is that they do come to an end. And yes, for going to start hearing out my dreams, you're on a path in the woods. I probably will too. And yeah, if you stream this game at some time, TFR, it is a good game for streaming. So I could totally see you streaming this one at some point. Out of curiosity, if you're checking other endings, you should see if you have an autosave before taking the blade. Oh, okay, that's a good point. I'll have to check the autosave for that one. Such a beautiful story. The ending reminded me of a detail. When you open the game, the black screen says something like, "Despite everything, this is a love story." That's right, it does. And you all haven't really gotten to see that much because when I start the stream, I've already started up the game. But yeah, the game does have a note at the beginning saying, "This is a love story." Narrator was my goat, and you're my goat 2x. Oh, thank you, Violet. I mean, it's such a nice community here. I don't know if it's me or if it's just people in general being nice, but no, really, it does mean so much to have a community of people as nice as you all. So thanks again, everybody. Have a good rest of the evening. Go get some rest. Go drink some water. Go stretch a bit. And I will see you sometime in the future, sometime later. Bye, everybody.
you.